Brewers taking the opener last night against the Cincinnati Reds with Vinny Rotino and Sophia Minter. Jeff Levering with you on the banks of the Ohio River. Today the Brewers have a left-hander they're going to have to contend with. And Nick Lodolo is Pat Murphy and his squad. They have dominated against the Reds since the beginning of the 2024 season. See that 18-9 record. Have not lost a series here in Cincinnati in a really, really long time. His starting lineup today is brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Got all the righties in there today. Only a couple of left-handed batters. Churio, Terang, Contreras, the top three in the order. Vaughn, Bowers, and Sanchez in the middle. Blake Perkins, Cooper Pratt, Joey Ortiz round out that bottom nine for Pat Murphy. And they get the left-hander Nick Lodolo, who's had good success against the Brewers in the past. His scouting report brought to you by Honda.
Yeah, he's had good success against the Brewers, but this year overall has that 6.12 ERA. He missed 6 weeks to start the year with a blister issue on his left index fingers, making his 9th start of the year. Last pitched on Wednesday against the Mets, gave up 7 on 11 hits, walked 2 and struck out 2 in 4 2/3. Location has not been there for Nick Lodolo this season. The Brewers are hoping that's the case today. Let's take a look at that defense behind Nick Lodolo. J.J. Bleday in left, Blake Dunn back in center, Noelvi Marte in right. Eugenio Suarez gets the start at third. Elly De La Cruz making his first start back from injury at shortstop. Edwin Arroyo seeing the young, slick fielding rookie at second base. Sal Stewart, also a rookie at first base. And Jose Trevino getting paired just for the second time this season with Nick Lodolo.
There's Elly De La Cruz making his first appearance in the big league since May 31st. He's given the Brewers his fair share of fits as we get ready for our first pitch. It's presented by Aurora Healthcare. It's on the way to Churio. It's inside and back to the backstop. Ball 1. 7-11 our first pitch. Perfect temperatures in Cincinnati all day long. Never got above about 73 degrees. Great night for a ball game. Churio hits it down the right field line, foul. Evens things up at a ball and a strike.
Yeah, Lodolo is going to run that sinker four-seamer up into the mid-90s to both sides and up in the zone, trying to get swing and miss and chase and weak contact on a big breaking ball and a quality changeup with fading action.
Hammered foul, another fastball.
He just hasn't been able to put hitters away, similar to Brady Singer and the issues that he has had this season. Nick Lodolo's got the stuff to be an ace, but he has missed locations badly this season, and he's been giving it up.
1-2 hit fair out towards right. Marte makes the catch, one away. And Vinny, how about your Miller time game plan?
Yeah, early and often against Nick Lodolo. Gave up 11 hits, 7 earned runs last time out against the Mets. He's got an ERA north of 6. Don't let him off the hook. He does not like pitching in this ballpark. And he's got a career history of, just giving it up here at a Great American Ballpark. A lot of pitchers do, but he's not comfortable on this mound. This is his home mound.
First pitch strike on Bryce Terang. As mentioned, he's been tough on the Brewers, though. He's never allowed more than 3 runs in any of his starts. That dates back to the 2022 season.
Yeah, I would say to that, hopefully that's not the case tonight, but in the past we've seen more left-handed heavy lineups from the Milwaukee Brewers, and some of those lineups in the past didn't have Andrew Vaughn and Jackson Churio in them.
Check the swing. He did not go. Tyler Jones over at third base.
Any given night, though, right? Brady Singer pitched an absolute gem in last night's ball game. That was 0-0 going into the 10th inning. Big Woo versus Brady Singer. Best outing of the year for Singer.
7 scoreless. Fouled away by Terang. Evens things up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Had a season high 7 strikeouts, 2 did Singer. Wasn't good enough. Brewers won it 2-1 in 10 innings. Brandon Woodruff, unbelievable. 6 innings of scoreless baseball, allowed just 1 base runner, struck out 10. He'll join our broadcast in the 3rd inning from the dugout. Swing and a miss. Terang tied up with a fastball. First strikeout for Lodolo.
That goes up in the zone against Bryce Terang. left on left. This guy, he should be, his numbers should just be exceptional. He's got the stuff, he's got the deception, those long levers, crossfire. That's got to be tough on Bryce Terang, especially with those shadows. You can see the bright batter's eye, and home plate is covered in darkness in the shadows. Got to be tough to pick up right now.
Brewers saw a very similar style of arm in Chris Sale just a couple of days ago.
He looks like Chris Sale, quite frankly.
The first one is in there for a strike. The curveball on Contreras. Contreras 0 for 3 with a walk last night. Combined, the two teams only had 5 hits. Two singles and a double for the Brewers. Just a pair of singles for the Cincinnati Reds. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup. It's 1-2.
And not a ton of hard contacts either. And not a lot of quality at bats up and down the lineup from the Brewers. And Brady Singer and the Reds bullpen just had the Brewers bats off balance all night.
A swing and a miss. He struck him out. A couple of Ks in a perfect inning from Nick Lodolo. You see Brandon Sproat on the other side in his return to Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Brewers TV presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook. The Ohio River and the Roebling Bridge off in the distance. Terry Francona, second year in Cincinnati. Team was one of the best squads in baseball March and April, but have hit the skids since the month of May. His starting lineup today brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Dunn, De La Cruz, and Blade at the top. Stewart, Lowe, and Suarez in the middle. Marte, Trevino, and Arroyo finish out that starting lineup against Brandon Sproat. Left his last start with tightness in his hamstring, just a cramp. Should be all right.
15th appearance of the year, 13th start. Last pitched on Wednesday against those Guardians at home. Jeff mentioned he left that start with the cramping in that right hamstring as he was coming through his delivery. I was thankful, and I know the Brewers are thankful he wasn't hurt.
Chopper to Pratt. Throws out Dunn. Lightning quick exchange there from Cooper Pratt. And the rest of the defense behind Brandon Sproat.
Yeah, brought to you by Landmark Credit Union. Jackson Chorio in left, Blake Perkins in center, Jake Bowers out there in right around the infield, Joey Ortiz, Cooper Pratt, Bryce Terang, Andrew Vaughn, and then Gary Sanchez getting paired with Brandon Sproat for the 3rd time this season.
Caught him in Las Vegas. Here's Ellie De La Cruz. First pitch. He was hacking away. Came up empty. Back in the lineup for the first time in nearly 3 weeks. Had hamstring problems himself. Having maybe his most complete year on offense. And we're going to get a challenge from Gary Sanchez. Off we go. ABS challenge. Powered by T-Mobile. Gary Sanchez is right. Clint Vondrack, our home plate umpire, he was behind the dish game 1 in Las Vegas. That was the game when the Brewers and A's set a record with 16 ABS challenges. 0-2 pitch is a swing and a miss, and 100-mile-an-hour fastball from Brandon Sproat gets Ellie De La Cruz.
Yeah, Brandon Sproat not intimidated by the young superstar in the box at Ellie De La Cruz and just attacks him with 100-mile-per-hour heater in the upper third of the strike zone. That had some extra giddy up. Man, he missed that by a good foot.
J.J. Blade into shallow center. Perkins is right there. He makes the catch, and the side is retired. A 6 pitch, bottom of the 1st inning for Sproat.
Now at Amazon.com.
Working on a win, brought to you by the Home Depot. Best batting average against left-handed pitchers in the month of June. Brewers right up there, 299, and a lot of that because of Andrew Vaughn, who digs in against Nick Lodolo.
Yeah, hitting right around 500 against southpaws is Andrew Vaughn. Jackson Churio, William Contreras doing a lot of damage as well in that category. Batting average way up there, and still you had to face guys like Chris Sale in that stretch in June.
Vaughn overall in the season hitting .349. Couple of homers. He's driven in 20. See what he's done against lefties and then righties. Second, he got that with a strike. It's 2-1. Three for 8 so far on this road trip for Vaughn. Ground ball towards the middle, skips off the mound right to Arroyo, and it throws out Vaughn. Hard hit, but right at Arroyo. Now it's Jake Bauers. One of only 2 left-handed hitters in the lineup against Lodolo.
Him and Bryce Terang get the starts.
Bauers was 0 for 3 with a walk last night. Was the placed runner in the 10th inning and scored on the sacrifice fly from Joey Ortiz. Brewers got 2 runs in the 9th inning without the benefit of a hit. Swing and a miss. Good curveball. Walk, sacrifice bunt, sacrifice fly, wild pitch.
It was a Brewersy inning.
Very much so.
Now what is that, an adjective that's probably going to be in the Webster's dictionary pretty soon?
Should be. Maybe that'll be the adjective of the year. A Brewersy inning.
I like it.
Good descriptive word. When appropriate. 1-2 to Bauers.
If you have to, kind of put together your car to get to work and you have to jimmy rig it a little bit, Brewersy fixed my car. Something, could work in many different things there.
Different parts of speech, yeah. Line foul just above the Brewers dugout.
Piece things together, right, and make it work.
How'd you put it together? It was Brewersy.
I think it works.
Yeah.
Is there a submission process to get to something approved like that with Webster's?
I think so. I think that's fair. I don't know what the protocols are. I've never submitted a word, but maybe we should.
I'm surprised you've never submitted a word.
I'm not that smart, Vinny. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He threw a fastball by him. 3rd strikeout for Lodolo. He's 5 up and 5 down, and both of these pitching staffs pick up right where they left off from last night.
Yeah, right. And you don't want this kid to settle in, to get confidence on the mound. That's when he has been good, is when he gets that mound presence, when he's feeling good out there, the ball's coming out good, and clearly coming out good so far after that strikeout from Jake Bauers.
Gary Sanchez last started on Saturday. That was against Chris Sale and the Atlanta Braves. So for 3, did have an RBI in that game. Down and away, had a sac fly. Part of the Brewers' 2-run 6th inning against Chris Sale. Knocked him out of the game after 5 2/3.
Gary Sanchez also has been doing just a great job defensively behind the plate. Remember in 2024 the Brewers had to carry 3 catchers when they had Gary on the roster. Didn't really trust his defense. Now they do.
Paired with Brandon Sproat for a 3rd time. It was Sanchez that was behind the plate for Sproat in Las Vegas.
Yeah, pitched great in that game.
3-1 and time called and granted. Better crowd tonight than there was last night in Cincinnati. 3-1. Swing and a miss. He turned over the changeup. Fills up the count. Probably because it's Bark in the Park night, is my guess. And a curveball over the outside corner. Strike 3 called. Sanchez is rung up. 2 more Ks for Nick Lodolo in the 2nd.
Aurora Healthcare.
Brandon Sproat back on the mound. Good start for him here tonight. Needed just 6 pitches and a strikeout to Ellie De La Cruz, who happened to be his first career strikeout when he made his major league debut here against the Reds last September. And Brandon Sproat spoke with me yesterday just about wanting to continue to build off of some momentum he feels like he has found here recently in his starts against the Rockies, the Athletics, and then most recently against the Guardians. And he said they've incorporated kind of different drills in his throwing program in between starts, similar to what Jacob Mizorowski does, of just trying to get him into more an athletic position. He said just to free up his body, to keep his arm whippy, and to stay linear to the plate. So he said the phrase that Chris Hook uses with him on those days in between is convicted athleticism. That's what he wants Brandon Sproat to work on and just take that mentality out on the mound. He feels like he's been able to hold the velocity well, getting deeper into games in those last couple starts. He has felt strong, so he feels like the endurance work is paying off. That's kind of been the thing that he has to cross over for his hurdle, just to get consistently deeper into games and put together quality starts. He's very frustrated by the cramps that popped up for him in that 4th inning against the Guardians, but he was pretty adamant, guys, there would be no carryover from that.
Thanks, Sophia. And the biggest thing for Sproat, at least early in the season, it was when he'd get to that 70 to 80 pitch mark, you could tell a drastic difference in the stuff. That has not been the case for Sproat in his last few appearances, as he's even with Stewart at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Stuff would drop off and command would drop off, and he wouldn't be able to repeat that delivery that they've worked so hard on and all those different drills with his direction. Yeah, you get that 70, 80 pitch mark, and he would kind of lose it a little bit in the start. Last time we saw that, and second time through the order because of the cramping. Yeah, he'll get it. I mean, again, the stuff, I'm telling you, it is top-end rotation type of stuff. The athleticism, it is absolutely off the charts. The guy can reach 100 miles per hour with his fastball, has just incredible secondary offerings as well. He'll get there.
2-2 to Stewart, and he just blew him away with 99. Second strikeout for Sproat. And he's really starting to stack some good appearances here, Vinny. You take the last couple of innings in Colorado, his entire start in Las Vegas against the A's, and then his first 3 starts against Cleveland. That's 11 innings. And you see the strikeouts, 9 strikeouts, just a couple of walks, and 5 hits allowed.
Yeah, I mean, again, you take out that 4th inning, just eliminated because of the cramping issue that he was experiencing and tried to pitch through in his leg the last time out against the Guardians. He has put together 3 appearances now in a row and working on the 4th here. Hopefully he can go deep here and kind of take that next step.
Lows in an 0-2 hole. Another fastball around 98.
There's going to be ebbs and flows to this kid's big league career on the mound. And, you know, if Chris Hook and the Milwaukee Brewers have taught us anything, it's the fact that they can have that slow burn with guys and help them figure it out for the long run.
The 0-2 jammed him foul. And that was in his kitchen.
There's the guy behind it all, the CEO of this pitching group. You can't take away what Jim Henderson and Juan Sandoval and even guys like Carlos Villanueva, Charlie Green have done as well. But that's the CEO of the group.
1-2 on low.
In his home city, Chris Hook from Cincinnati.
He does not live too far away. Whenever the Brewers come to Cincinnati, he's able to stay home. Pitch to low, swing and a miss. Nasty curveball. Sanchez blocks, throws to first. They get the out on low for the second out of the inning.
A good curveball down below the zone. The Brewers do such a good job of utilizing the fastball early in counts so that these pitches are effective later in counts. The curveballs, the sweepers, and changeups, the secondary offerings. Sproat's got a good ability to spin the baseball.
Suarez fouled it off of the foot of Clint Vondrack, the home plate umpire. Fresh set of baseballs. It's 0-1 on Suarez. Suarez 0 for 3 last night with a strikeout, 1 for his last 11. And I could not hold up there. It's 0-2. 0-2 pitch. Somehow got a piece of it.
Back-to-back sweepers. It's incredible how much velocity he can get on that pitch with how much break that it does have on it.
Another 2-strike pitch on Suarez. Liner caught by Pratt. 3 up and 3 down again for Brandon Sproat. We go to the third. Brandon Woodruff will join the broadcast when we come back. No score in Cincinnati. Top half of inning number 3, bottom third of the order coming up for the Brewers against Nick Lodolo. There you see Brandon Woodruff. He's joining us from the dugout. I think it goes without saying, Woody, that you were very pleased with your appearance last night. What was it like to get back in the fight as you were discussing before the start?
Man, it's the best. I've gotten to the point where I'm sick and tired of watching, and regardless of kind of how it goes, I want to be in there with the boys. That's what it's all about. And you know, just try to get out there and give the team a chance to win. Of course, if I could write it up like that every time, I would do so. But no, just happy to be back out there and just be in the middle of it.
We were talking about it last night, that your start last night against the Reds was very similar to when you came back a year ago against the Marlins. It was kind of like, well, we're not really sure, but man, it looks really good coming out. And I know you were having some of the same feelings, but you told that slab, and it's a totally different feeling.
It sure is, and there's nothing. There we go. There's nothing that prepares you for a big league game in a sense of, you know, the little bit of adrenaline. You know, when you're going through rehab games in the minor leagues, it's unfortunately I've had to do it a lot over the last couple of years, but it's just about getting to work in and making sure you're in a good spot mechanically and regardless of results. And I've understood that process. Don't get too caught up in it, and because I know it all totally changes when you get here.
And Woo, yeah, it was super fun to watch you pitch last night, and I'm sure it's such a shot in the arm to not only the team but to the rotation. All these young guys watching you compete, 33 years old now. What do you think that means to them to watch you compete and the way you go about it with, you know, look, your stuff it was 89 to 95, but you were just blowing these guys away, pitching to the edges. That was it was really impressive to watch how you were just kind of keeping those guys off balance all night long. That was fun.
Yeah, I learned from them, man. Honestly, they have such incredible stuff, and it's always fun to watch. And you know, honestly, it's I just try to do my best in between, just to try to watch, and if there's anything that I can provide for them, I'm always an open book. You know, it takes a village, and everybody being on the same page, and you know, I try to go out and I try to win. I don't really do anything, or you know, other than just go compete and try to give the team a chance to win, and you just try to look up at the end of your outing and see where you're at, good or bad, and then repeat the process. So but man, we do have some big arms. We're seeing it tonight from Sproater, and you know, trying to get him on a roll, and he's got unbelievable stuff.
What's it like for you? And I saw the picture that Sophia took of you guys with the rest of the pitching staff. And, you know, Chad Patrick calls you Unc, and it's a term of endearment. But it was great to see you on Father's Day with, in essence, your pitching kids.
Yeah, no, it's a little bit of a running joke. It's fun. I don't feel old, you know, and you know, somebody told me today, it's like kind of like that old F-150 that sits on your property, and you got to crank it up and run it a little bit. You just got to give it a little time to warm up. So that's kind of the way I feel. You know, I don't feel any different than I did in the first inning as opposed to the fifth or sixth. It's just got to warm it up a little bit, and try to do that before the game as best I can. That way it's ready to go. But you know, just having fun in that sense. But it's I learned a lot last year during the rehab process from the shoulder surgery, and you know, I try to pride myself on being a pitcher, and that's the way I got to get outs.
Well, there's a lot of miles left on that F-150.
Yeah, you got it. You got it,
Woody. Oh man. So okay, how about career strikeout number 900? That's got to feel good for you. I don't know if you knew that happened last night.
I was aware I was close. You know, everything that surrounds the game, you're pretty aware of kind of what's going on. In the moment, you don't really. Hey, base hit ball 4. You hear that right there? Got to keep the boys engaged. Let's see if we win it here. Spoiled one here. No, yeah. Definitely aware of what's going on, and you know, it's cool. It's a round number. It's in the moment I'm not thinking about it, but it's definitely cool. I've done it in one jersey, which is fun for me. Hey, do it again. Base hit ball 4.
See, he's locked in.
Yeah, trying to. They're giving me crap if I didn't do it while I was on the headset. So
well, I'm glad you did it.
Trying to keep it light.
Too bad we got to pop up there, Woody. But
right.
hey, great job last night. Look forward to your next start.
Appreciate that.
You got it. That's Brandon Woodruff joining us on our Active Mic, presented by the Active Cash Card. We will go to the bottom of the third inning. Gosh, he is the best. Big Woo. No score in Cincinnati.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Bark in the Park night in Cincinnati. Good looking jersey on that pup. No score. Bottom half of inning number 3. Brewers have been retired in order. And again, thanks to Brandon Woodruff for joining us. And he's always engaged in the game. Base hit ball 4.
Screaming it. I loved it. That was awesome.
You got hot mics all over the place.
I wonder who was giving it to him for him not saying it.
Probably one of his pitching brethren, is my guess.
Probably.
Maybe Vogelback.
Schauger?
Maybe Shoggs. I was just talking to Jason Schauger, equipment manager of the Stars. There's Schauger talking with Brandon Woodruff. We should have asked Woody to throw a couple of more pieces of gum in there to get to the Vinny wad. Vinny, at one point, how many pieces of gum do you think you can fit in your mouth at one time?
7, 8.
7 or 8?
Yeah.
Where are you going, Ace Ventura on us? It's a strike. It's 2-2.
I don't
7 or 8?
I don't do that ever. I don't do it often or ever. You're asking me how many you think I could go with.
What is normal? 3 to 4?
No, 2. 2.
That's
two
it?
of the bubble, the dugout gum, the sugar-free.
Yeah, the sugar-frees.
Yeah. I enjoy it.
There's no way that's only 2. It's down and away. It's 2?
That's 2. Yeah.
So typically you'll put a wad of gum, and then to take it out for the open, you'll put it on top of one of your coffee cups. And I've measured those before. There's no way that's just 2 pieces.
Just 2. But the double bubble.
3-2 to Marte is fouled away. Vinny, let's just show the people. We got our Snoop cam up here. You got your double bubbles. See, that's only 2. You got bad hands. That's why you weren't in the big leagues that long.
Well, that happens.
At least you're in the big leagues. So you got the double bubbles. It's only 2, huh? Here's strike 3. Well, it'll be Marte. It's the 4th strikeout for Brandon Sproats. 7 up and 7 down so far. And Jose Trevino coming up.
Did Wu keep him in for that interview?
Totally he did.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell, but he did. So you put 2 of these things in at one time.
2 double bubbles, sugar-free, and yeah, it. You know, I do the intermittent fasting, and so coffee and gum.
Coffee and gum until 3 p.m.
Yeah.
See, I only do a half of these.
I told you, because they're nice, voluminous pieces of gum.
Voluminous. Voluminous. It's Big Word Tuesday on the broadcast. What do you mean, how do I do half? Just take Brent asked me, how do you do half? Brent Reeland, our producer, asked me how you do half.
You just bite it in half and then throw the other half away, right? Or save it?
No, don't throw it away. Just save it for later. I might do that right now. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. I'm going to steal a piece of your gum.
All right, you owe me.
That's fine.
You're going to chew gum while you're doing a big league broadcast.
Yeah.
All right.
I've done it before. I'm not going to blow any bubbles, but I mean, I very often chew bubble gum during a game. Yeah. Not super double bubble, but get some gum going. 1-2, a swing and a miss. Another strikeout. That's 5. 8 up and 8 down for Brandon Sprode. He's starting this outing just like he did the Cleveland Guardians start.
Yeah, exactly. He went perfect in that last start, first 3 innings, first 9 batters, 9 up, 9 down against the Guardians. He's following suit in this start. That's the sinker, bottom of the zone. Nasty stuff at 98 miles per hour.
Edwin Arroyo, a switch hitter, batting from the left side, takes outside with a curveball.
I would say these Reds are probably thinking to themselves, who is this guy? But they know who this is. He made his big league debut against the Reds and went 5 no-hit innings to begin his career.
Arroyo swings and misses at a changeup. Ended up going 6 in that appearance, 3 runs, 7 strikeouts, and took the loss.
Yeah, that was in a playoff race for the New York Mets.
1-1 Arroyo against squares and nearly had his leg taken off. 2-1.
Everyone, is kind of talking about in the offseason if Freddie Peralta was going to get traded or not, and kind of in the back of your mind, everyone understood, okay, 1 year left of control of Freddie. What are they going to get for him? And they got an electric arm in Brandon Sprode, just waiting to put it all together. And Jet Williams, their number 3 prospect. And kind of a no-brainer. I mean, as much as Freddie Peralta meant to this organization, meant to the franchise, the city, the state, and again, no one would take back anything that he did in terms of his performance on the mound and then off the field as well, how important he was. But this is how the Brewers operate, and this is why they've been super good for a long time now, and they're going to continue to be.
2-2 to Arroyo. And he struck him out. 3 strikeouts in the inning. He's gone 9 up and 9 down for the second straight start. Brandon Sprode on a roll here in Ohio.
That's all.
Cruising down our wire cam, brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook in Cincinnati. First pitch is a strike on Jackson Chourio. Well, 9 up and 9 down for Lodolo thanks to a double play. There was an error by the second baseman Arroyo, and then a double play by Cooper Pratt erased it. And Chourio fouls it away. Sprode is 9 up and 9 down the old traditional way. 6 strikeouts the first 9 batters he's faced. 1 ball to the outfield. Stacking good appearances back to back. Now what do you do second time through, and can discuss that in the bottom half of the inning. Hopefully the Brewers can give him a lead here in the 4th. Their second time through against Lodolo.
Yeah, give him some breathing room. Guess it's another 15 minutes or so until that batter's eye is fully covered in shadow. It's going to be helpful.
Ground ball off Lodolo. He can't find it, and Chourio is safe at first base, and the baseball is still live. Now they are calling for the trainers, and Lodolo is in a world of pain.
Yeah, I would be completely surprised if Lodolo stays in this ball game just based off the reaction. He got drilled
108 off the bat.
Yeah, drilled in that pitching hand. Jackson Chourio just barreling this baseball up right back up the middle. Man, he is in a world of pain.
108 off the bat, 1 bounce, and wham, right off the top of his hand.
You had his hand it turned the wrong way. It hits you in the palm. You got a shot not to get hurt, or less risk, I should say, but the back of the hand at 108 on the ground ball, you're exposing all those bones. It looks like he's going to try and throw a couple pitches.
I mean, even letting that ball get you in the hip as opposed to in the hand would be a better option. Let's see how these warm-up pitches feel. And right now he's filled with adrenaline. It's as good as it's going to feel right now.
Yeah, just based off that initial reaction, I'm like, there is no way this guy is staying in the game. But I mean, he doesn't look like he's in much pain right now.
He has been littered with injury problems over the course of his career. Had the blister issues coming into the season, missed the first month. Such a big piece of this rotation. Still Hunter Green out. He's starting a rehab assignment pretty soon, but it's like Lodolo's going to stay in this game.
That's surprising. Kid wants to keep going. Just based off his reaction and where that ball hit him in the back of the hand. Hard shot by Jackson Chourio, but maybe more the initial sting of it. Looks like he's okay.
Let's see how he does against Bryce Terang. Ball one.
That ball looked like it had
a lot of the play.
A lot of the zone, yeah. Called the ball by Clint Bondrak, not challenged.
It was that side of the plate in Las Vegas that gave him a hard time. No doubt about that one. 1 ball, 1 strike on Terang. It's away. 2 balls and a strike. I'm trying to see where that baseball got him in the back of the hand. Can't see any swelling at the moment. Fouled back by Terang.
It's mainly sinker and curveballs to lefties for Nick Lodolo. The lefties have been having all kinds of success against them to the tune of a .386 batting average this season.
Toss over to first. And the Brewers only have the 2 left-handers in the lineup today with Terang and Bowers. And a challenge from Trevino.
Catcher's challenging the ball call.
If he wins, it's strike 3. Let's all learn together. Nope.
Call's confirmed. Cincinnati has 1 challenge remaining.
As a breaking ball that never came back all the way, and Trevino thought it did.
So just 1 challenge left for Cincinnati. It's a 3 ball 2 strike count on Terang. See if they send Chourio. Lodolo deals home. Runner takes off, and a ground ball towards the right side off the glove of Arroyo and into shallow right. Chourio ends up at third.
Second ball misplayed by Arroyo. Now that ball was hit firmly to his left, but this kid is known for his second base defense, a slick fielding second baseman, and this one kicks off of him into the outfield. You see that Chourio had to wait until he knew that Lodolo was going home, but that was a play that Arroyo is going to say that he's going to need to make. And I would agree if that's his sentiment. Probably called a hit, but
Contreras waves and misses at that big curveball.
Yeah, the Brewers will take it.
Milwaukee set up in this top half of inning number 4. First 2 hits of the game allowed by Lodolo. Ball and a strike on Contreras. Faced the Brewers twice last year, did Lodolo, 1 out of the bullpen. And 1 start. His 1 start came in Milwaukee. And it was a 1-0 Brewers win. Gave up just an unearned run in 6 2/3 innings. It's 2-1 on William Contreras. You wonder how much that hand is barking at him right now.
Yeah, maybe. But again, this is kind of par for the course for Nick Lodolo. If things start not going his way, you can see his body language starts to get out of whack on the mound, doesn't pitch with a lot of confidence. And that's when opposing hitters have been teeing off. Hopefully the Brewers sense that. You know that they do. See if they can capitalize.
Great speed on the bases. 3-2. Runner takes off and no throw. Terang swipes second base.
Another 3-2 count that the Brewers send the runner in motion to stay out of the double play. Bryce Terang picks up his 13th stolen base of the season.
2-man in scoring position for Andrew Vaughn. 5th strikeout for Lodolo.
A big sweeping curveball, and Trevino doesn't even bother throwing down to second base. Protecting against the first and third base running play.
Vaughn bounced to second base, hit it hard, but off the top of the mound. No score into the 4th. We didn't have a score until the 10th inning last night. .61 pitches for Lodolo. He's nearing the 20 pitch mark in this 4th inning alone. Vaughn, did he go? It doesn't matter. It's a strike. Two and one on Vaughn. Curveballs from Lodolo in this inning. Second time through against the Brewers.
And he's tugging on it, pulling it out of the zone to the back foot.
Good hitters count for Vaughn. And he walked him. They're loaded for Bowers.
That's how dangerous Andrew Vaughn is. Throws him a 3-1 changeup down below the zone. He takes it for a walk.
Wisconsin Lottery home run leaderboard has Jake Bowers at the top with 13. Terang and Jackson Churio in double figures. Bases loaded for Bowers. Struck out his first time up and takes low, ball 1. Bowers took a strike. That batter's eye now totally in the shadows, helping out the hitters. There's some sunlight near the batting area, but the batter's eye is the key.
This shouldn't be a factor anymore. Goes both ways.
Strike 2 on Bowers. It's so tough as a left-handed hitter with that arm angle to keep that front side in.
Yeah, he steps at you. He's 6'6", and he's got that low 3/4 release.
1-2. There is action beginning in the Reds bullpen. That's away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Julian Garcia, the one loosening. That's a big number right there. 19 bases loaded walks issued by the Reds this season.
Yeah, it's going to put your defense to sleep as well. And again, the way that Nick Lodolo is working with slow tempo.
3-2. And he walked him. No, he didn't. A challenge from Bowers.
Batter's challenging, strike ball.
And it's going to be strike 3, I believe. Bowers is taking the gear off.
That was a late call from Clint Vondrack.
Yeah, it sure was. It is strike 3.
Milwaukee has 1 challenge remaining.
That was a very late call from Clint Vondrack. And you said it, Jeff, that was the side of the plate that he had issues with. Those close pitches on the edges. in that start in Las Vegas.
It took him forever to get that call out, so it was the right call. The bases remain loaded for Gary Sanchez. And he takes down and in with a curveball. Almost as many pitches in this inning that he had thrown in the entire game for Lodolo. He's nearing the 30 pitch mark.
Yeah, Brewers have to make that hurt. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Gary needs to come up with something big.
And it's 2-0. So he goes curveball, changeup. This next pitch will be the 30th of the inning for Lodolo. Remember, it started with a comebacker off of his hand. Now 3 balls and no strikes on Gary Sanchez. Got to imagine auto take here from Sanchez.
You would think. I got to imagine he's going to come right back with that same pitch. Something hard.
Into shallow center for Dunn. And Lodolo gets himself into and out of trouble in the 4th inning. Brewers leave the bases loaded.
Become a champion at Potawatomi.
Brandon Sproat's got very fond memories of this ballpark, at least the first 5 innings. This is his big league debut against the Reds, September 7th of last year. Ended up surrendering 3 runs, just 3 hits, walked 4 in 6 innings in that outing. He's grown a mustache since then. Tonight, a few strikeouts, 6 of them in his first 3 innings of work.
Yeah, 12 swings and misses in total. He has been absolutely filthy so far in this outing. That just continues to grow as a big league starter. Just his 18th start of his career so far. He's been great.
First pitch to Dunn misses outside as he's into the lineup for a 2nd time. Dunn bounced to short to lead off the game. And a 6-pitch first inning for Sproat. 2 balls, no strikes on Dunn. It's the 4th inning. He sat for a long time. That was a 30-plus pitch inning from Lodolo. Locks it back in, gets a strike on Dunn. It's the 4th inning against Cleveland, where things unraveled for him a bit. Trying to push through here in Cincinnati. 2-1. Foul back, 2-2.
You remember it was a walk, hit, walk. Ended up getting a fly out and then the grand slam by Daniel Schneemann. It had a lot to do with his legs started to cramp all the way through that inning. It took him 32 pitches just to get that 1 out in that inning in that 4th.
Ground ball. Nice pick by Bryce Terrain. That ball was skipping on him. 1 up and 1 down. Nick Lodolo, after taking that shot off the back of his hand, you could see where it hit him. Yep, right there, right off the bone. Yeah, want to see it? I got the seams. You can see the seams on it.
Yeah, he is lucky that it got him up a little bit further on the hand. I mean, that hand was totally exposed to that 100+ mile/per-hour ground ball by Churio.
De La Cruz takes a curveball for strike 1. He somehow got out of it. Gave up the 2 base hits and walked Vaughn. Bases were loaded with 1 out. Brewers couldn't get anything across. Foul by De La Cruz. The Brewers so far on this road trip, they've had a tough time hitting with runners in scoring position. They're now 9 for 40. See Sproat, who struck out De La Cruz on a 100-mile-an-hour fastball in the 1st inning. Coming back on 0-2. Didn't chase. Ground ball to second. Terang right there. 2 up and 2 down. A couple of hard hit balls, but right at Bryce Terang.
Yeah, on the ground. Brandon Sprode gets a lot of ground balls, and he'll continue to do so as he continues to develop. It's going to be a huge part of his game. He's got a good sinker, very good cut fastball, hard breaking balls at the bottom of the zone. He'll get a lot of balls on the ground. First 2 balls of this inning on the ground.
J.J. Bleday fouls it away. That's one of the things we noticed earlier about Sprode. With all of the stuff, was not getting a ton of swing and miss, but you can get ground balls and stay in games a lot longer.
Yeah, right.
It's one of the things that he's really improved upon. When he's getting ahead of hitters his last few starts, he is finishing them quickly, Vinny.
Right. Yeah, just not messing around, not needing really to set anybody up. He can just continue to attack in the zone to get outs and get strikeouts.
And down and in, I believe it hit Bleday, and let's say it did. Just did clip his back foot, and that's the first base runner for Cincinnati. A 2-out hit by pitch.
As a pitcher and as a catcher, you're thinking, man, just get out of the way. I mean, he barely slid that back foot, and then it clipped him in that back foot, unfortunately, and that's the first base runner for the Reds.
Hit foul off the bat of Sal Stewart. The Reds did not have a base runner until the 6th inning of last night's game. Had just 2 singles overall. And the only time they had somebody in scoring position was the placed runner in 10th inning.
Brewers pitching staff, bullpen, and Woodruff did an unbelievable job last night.
A swing and a miss by Stewart. Bullpen is still moving for Cincinnati. Julian Garcia just called up to the big leagues yesterday. 2-strike pitch from Brandon Sprode. Skips away from Sanchez, and into scoring position goes Bleday on the wild pitch.
Yeah, pulled off that one. You could tell he came out of his delivery quite a bit and just kind of spiked that sweeper way down and out of the zone. Yeah, sometimes you try and throw him too nasty, try and throw him too hard, and that's what that looked like right there from Sprode. You got to think ground balls with your breaking balls.
That one on the ground, but foul.
Yeah, you think ground ball with it, that's when you will actually make your better pitch with the secondary offerings, and you will start them in the right spot to get the swing and miss.
And Sprode, who is making his 3rd start of his last 4 in a very hitter-friendly environment, he's throwing the ball well.
Yeah.
And trying to keep that runner at bay at second. Another 2-2 pitch to Stewart. And he struck him out with a sweeper. 7 Ks from Brandon Sprode through 4 scoreless innings. Kid's got nasty stuff. Proof right here to Sal Stewart.
Delicious. Yeah.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Bet above the rest. By Prevagen. Prevagen made for your brain. And by Lincoln Financial. Make your pastimes last a lifetime. Bark in the Park night in Cincinnati. No scores. We go to the 5th inning, and we've got a big league debut on our hands. Vinny, it's right-hander Julian Garcia. Numbers in the minor leagues, very impressive.
Yeah, he spent a lot of time in the minor leagues. 424 in a 3rd innings. The 31-year-old is finally making his major league debut. Played an independent ball. Played a lot of time in the minor leagues in AAA. He's having a good season. 21 games, 35 2/3 innings pitched. He's only given up 26 hits and punched out 54 hitters. Well, that was in Louisville before he got called up.
Garrett Mitchell is hitting for Blake Perkins. Went around there, so it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. So Mitchell in the game for Perkins. And looks at a strike. 1-2. Third oldest player to make a big league debut with the Reds, 31 years and 41 days, out of Metropolitan State University of Denver. And that's inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Is that on your bingo card?
It wasn't, but that's kind of crazy. I mean, this organization has been along the oldest franchise in Major League history, right? The Cincinnati Reds. I mean, I know 31's old, but not that old.
Fly ball to center, and Blake Dunn is there and makes a catch. I mean, a lot of guys are getting to the big leagues pretty young.
Agreed.
That's the point.
Agreed. But there's so many relievers that play independent ball a bunch and then get signed and then don't make their major league debuts. But
I get it. It is wild to think about.
It is wild.
You're right.
Third oldest.
He was a Kansas City T-Bone in 2024. That was in the independent leagues.
American Association, I believe.
Ball 1 on Cooper Pratt. Originally in the Phillies organization. Went back to Kansas City last year. Pitched with the T-Bones, was 9-2. 19 starts, and then the Reds gave him a shot. Down and away, 2 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, a lot of breaking balls from this kid. 82 to 84 with that sweeper. Throws a cutter as well. That's in the 86-88 range, and runs the fastball up into the 93-94 range.
That one outside with the slider. 3 balls and a strike.
I mean, and all the problems that the Reds have had in their bullpen, this kid's got an opportunity in front of him.
Places Lodolo, that went 4 innings. And that's ball 4 on Cooper Pratt. And Pratt was making his way back toward the dugout. I thought I was going to have to wait for another delayed call from Clint Vondrack, but not the case. He was just giving the bat boy a shorter run. Very courteous.
Very courteous from the 21-year-old Cooper Pratt.
Now it's Ortiz, number 9 hitter. Popped to second base back in the 3rd inning. Ball 1. Just on the corner. Ball and a strike. Runner takes off, down low, throw to second base is high, and Cooper Pratt stays put at second base. Another steal for Cooper Pratt. It's his 3rd.
It's 3 for 3 now for Coop. It takes off. A pretty good throw by Trevino, but you can see that the straightaway speed from Cooper Pratt is just too good. He gets to that top speed and then beats the throw. And again, more issues from Arroyo at second base and handling the baseball.
Second steal of the game for the Brewers as Ortiz takes that sweeper for a strike, and it's 2-2.
And the Reds have given up the most stolen bases in all of baseball.
It's 79 now.
It's a lot.
Ortiz, a high fly foul. It's more than a stolen base a game for the Reds. They've played 77 games to this point. This is game 78. Struck him out. Went high fastball, and Ortiz strikes out, and hang on to that baseball. First big league K for Julian Garcia. Now a quick message from Potawatomi Sportsbook.
When Potawatomi Sportsbook invited me, John Kuhn, to be their spokesperson, I had to join the team. Yes! Yeah! Potawatomi Sportsbook. Your sport, our stadium.
First one to Churio. Slider for a strike. Churio thinking about challenging and decides not to.
Only one challenge left. That's the only reason why Jackson didn't challenge the first pitch of the at-bat. But they're kind of directed by Pat Murphy and by Jason Lane. If it's egregious, go ahead and challenge it.
Ground ball foul outside of third. Churio's only challenged one pitch this year. 0 for 1. Trying to get Pratt home from second base. The Brewers so far 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. And he went around, I think. Yep, he did. So 2 Ks in a scoreless inning in his big league debut for Julian Garcia.
RV all-wheel drive LX.
Rivalry baseball is back when the Brewers play the Cubs Friday, June 26th through Sunday, June 28th. Get here early to explore the new Plaza experience, including a new beer garden, kids playground, including a giant climbable cow, live music, food trucks, mini golf, and more.
Kids 5 to 12 on that climbable cow.
You're not going to climb it?
5 to 12.
But I'm sure you can get some VIP access to try and climb it with your children.
We'll see what we can do.
Okay.
You're in, Vinny. I know you are.
I'll race you to the top, Jeff.
Not to the top, to the areas in which we can climb.
Okay. It's a climbable cow. I can't wait. Can't wait to see it.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Can't wait to get home. Take on the Cubs. Take on these Reds on the next homestand. 0-2 to low. Fouled it back. Got a fastball at 97. 4-game series against Cincinnati. A 3-game set against the Cubs. Brewers have an off day on Thursday. It's their last off day until the All-Star break. Finished with 18 games in 17 days. 0-2 on low. Sproat's pitch. Good changeup, but just missed. 1-2.
And a good take by Lowe. But yeah, the Brewers are going to have to get creative with what they're going to do and how they're going to get through all those games with covering all those innings. Especially, they mentioned that they were not going to go to a 6-man rotation.
Lowe lines it down the left field line. Foul. Got him for their first hit. Jacob Mizorowski will get the ball in game 1 against the Cubs. Brilliant against Chicago down at Wrigley as part of that 3-game sweep. It was just domination by the Brewers on the north side. 1-2. Strike 3 called. Cutter on the outside corner. That's strikeout number 8 and a new career high for Brandon Sproat.
How about it? Brandon Sproat throwing the baseball exceptionally well. Taking a step each time out. This pitch right here, backdoor cutter, virtually unhittable, really. I mean, 95 miles per hour. Starts off a little bit and comes back over. Good call by Gary as well.
Suarez takes down and away with a sweeper. So 8 Ks for Sproat. Strike 1 on Suarez. Just 2 hits in this game, both by the Brewers. It came back-to-back at-bats in the 4th. Knocked Lodolo out after 4. Slightly low, 2-1. Fly ball right field for Bowers. Makes the catch. Check in with Sophia. Has got more on this budding relationship between Sproat and Gary Sanchez behind the plate.
Yeah, it's been a good pairing so far, and most recently it was on the road against the A's when Sproat was able to put together his second quality start. Just 1 run allowed, 3 strikeouts for him, and just as importantly, he did it really efficiently, 68 pitches. And so talking to Jim Henderson about the pairing, he said, first of all, Gary just gives such a steady presence back there for a rookie like Sproat, and you see him with the armband there. He references that a lot. He said he just does a great job following the game plan, going hitter to hitter, and that allows Sproat to do less thinking on the mound, right? Just trust the game plan that Gary is calling. And so they're kind of building off of that confidence and that familiarity. Really like the pairing, especially with the lefty on the mound when it was Nick Lodolo starting the game.
There's a strike on Milwaukee Marte. The count 1 ball and 1 strike. As we talked about earlier in the game, just the veteran presence from Gary Sanchez. He's come a long way in just 2 years.
Yeah, he really has defensively. And there was a moment that you guys covered brilliantly in Las Vegas where you could tell that Sproat was actually shaking off Gary, where there was a moment that a curveball was necessary. And Gary called it 2 or 3 times, made a mound visit, said, hey, man, just trust me here, threw the curveball. And then you could almost sense that Brandon Sproat was really kind of trusting Gary from then on.
Fouled away by Milwaukee Marte. Almost hit Trevino, who's not even close to the on-deck area. In fact, he's on the grass. You can see him. He should not be able to stand there. Just saying.
Any kind of advantage you can get to try and get a good look at a guy who's, you know, just kind of mowing you guys down.
Saw that right there. The visible shakes just for show. The 1-2 pitch. And back to that sweeper. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, that moment that you're talking about was the last pitch he threw. He said, no, all right, let's go. Let's throw the curveball. Just trust me with it. He threw it. He threw a gem. Struck the hitter out. And Gary went, see? Trust me, man.
Yeah, that was a good call. You and Tim covered that really nicely.
2-2 hit foul. See where Sproat goes again on 2-2 to Marte. Jammed him down the left field line, foul.
And Marte probably had the best at bats of the night for the Reds in yesterday's game against Big Woo. He's been swinging the bat really well. Started off really struggling early on in the season, was optioned down to AAA.
Struck him out with a high heater. 9 Ks in 5 scoreless innings for Brandon Sproat. Another gem of an outing from Sproat.
Auto owners make sense for you. That's simple human sense.
Make your favorite players all-stars. Scan the QR code to cast your 2026 Konami eBaseball MLB All-Star ballot daily or visit MLB.com/vote. There's one right there.
Scan it, vote them. Make it part of your routine. And Bryce Harang is getting closer and closer to getting into that automatic vote. All-Star voting update. He is currently 3rd at second base is Bryce Harang. Contreras 4th, Bowers 4th, Christian Yelich is 4th at DH. It'd be tough to surpass Kyle Schwarber and Shohei Ohtani in the DH position, but certainly you got a shot. Get out there and vote. Make a difference. Julian Garcia out there for a 2nd inning of work. This is a fly ball foul off on the left side.
Yeah, just 92 miles per hour, right, with the fastball. 92-94 from Garcia, but that breaking ball, his sweeper, just kind of doing some live scouting of the kid. 3,000 RPMs on that sweeper. So what does that mean? That means it's breaking hard, fast, and late.
Chopper to first. Stewart takes it to the bag. 1 up and 1 down against Garcia. Struck out 2 of the 4 batters he faced in the 5th inning. His first big league frame. We mentioned that he pitched for Kansas City and the American Association. I called them the T-Bones. They used to be the T-Bones forever. They're now the Monarchs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they changed their name apparently
recently.
in 2021.
Okay.
Have not been following the American Association for quite some time, so my apologies.
Yeah, you had an angry email from someone.
I already did. That's why I made the change.
Not surprised.
Change their name to the Monarchs. Got it. You got it. I made the correction.
That was a good impersonation of the person that wrote you that angry email.
Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it is or not, but just in case you're curious, their season schedule's available online. They're already up and running. Here's a 2-0. That's a strike.
Well, it could go one of two ways, right? For a kid that's waited this long, 31 years old, to make his major league debut. Sometimes you see a kid that's waited this long just kind of get overly nervous, overly anxious, and not able to kind of slow the moment down. And this kid, Julian Garcia, has done the opposite.
That last pitch was called a strike, and it was not close to being a strike. And Contreras wanted to challenge it, ended up not challenging it. He's got to share personal space with Clint Vondrack. That's down and away. 3-2. Payoff. Check swing, he went. Another strikeout. That's his third, and now Andrew Vaughn comes up.
And Garcia's breaking ball has the Brewers batters just baffled. They're seeing it out of the hand as a fastball, and they cannot lay off it below the zone. He gets another punch out on William Contreras below the zone with that sweeper.
Vaughn fouls it away. There's Caleb Ferguson. Vaughn took it high, ball and strike. We're in the 6th, still no score. I can't remember the last time we had 2 straight games in this ballpark where it was 0-0 right, this deep into a game.
Right. And it's warm tonight. The little bit of a breeze blowing out.
Credit to both pitchers. I mean, Sproat has been unbelievable through his first 5. Lodolo was strong in his first 3 innings.
Oof. Right at the bottom.
It looked like Trevino was about ready to challenge if it wasn't deemed to be a strike by Clint Vondrack. It was close. Two to Vaughn. And looked at ball 4. Laid off the sweeper. Second walk issued by Garcia.
Second walk of the night for Andrew Vaughn as well.
And Tito Francona is coming out. He's going to take the baseball from the former Kansas City Monarch. Julian Garcia in his big league debut goes an inning and 2/3 with 3 strikeouts. He's on the hook for Vaughn. Bowers is coming up.
USAA, taking care of our own.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball presented by your Greater Milwaukee Honda dealers. Get up and go to your local Greater Milwaukee Honda dealer today, and buy the Wells Fargo Active Cash credit card. Earn unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases. Terms apply. That's a big lid right there. Signed by a lot of players. Got pins all over the place. Just got to get that Gapper stuffy out of there. But other than that, you're doing pretty good, kid. Fit a couple of more plush toys underneath that cap. Here is Caleb Ferguson, the former Dodger. He faces Jake Bowers. Runner at first is Vaughn. First pitch swinging, and Bowers was looking to hit one into the Ohio River.
He's given up just 2 earned runs in the 12 innings of work so far this season. He was on the shelf for a couple of months with the oblique strain, first 2 months of the season for Caleb Ferguson.
Bowers, a high chopper. It's a fair ball headed towards the corner. Vaughn is on the move. Vaughn will be sent around third. The ball gets away. Bowers heads for third base. The Brewers take a 1-0 lead on the triple by Jake Bowers.
Now, how about it for Rake Bowers? Hits a high chopper over the head of Sal Stewart at first base, and it rattles around in the corner enough that Noelvi Marte cannot corral this one. Not hit all that hard. Noelvi Marte definitely misplays that one in the corner. That's what allows Andrew Vaughn to score all the way from first base, and the Brewers take a 1-0 lead. This is the Potawatomi wire cam. He did not play that well. He has to be able to cut that off to make sure that Andrew Vaughn, who is not known for his speed, does not score from first.
Just a high chopper with Sal Stewart holding the runner on at first base. The only way that that ball was not played by Stewart. 0-1 to Gary Sanchez. Ground ball hit to short. Played by De La Cruz. And he throws out Sanchez. The Brewers get a run on the triple by Bowers. 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. More Brandon Sprode. He's got a career high 9 strikeouts. Looking to add to that total next.
Grab your seats at Brewers.com.
Brewers strike first on the RBI triple by Bowers. Every Brewers RBI. Northwestern Mutual Foundation funding 5 hours equivalent to $250 for childhood cancer research. Northwestern Mutual and the Brewers proud to partner in curing childhood cancer. So Sprode working for a lead as we go to the 6th inning. 73 pitches for Sprode. He has struck out 9 batters. That's a career high. And he will face 8, 9, and 1 in the Reds order, starting with Jose Trevino. And a looping liner into shallow left, a base hit. Just like that, the no-hitter is gone for Sprode. Now, how do you respond?
Kind of exactly how his first start in the big leagues went 5 no-hit innings and then a blue base hit to lead off the 6th. In that one, Trevino, an aggressive hitter, swings at the first pitch often. They knew it. He threw a cutter. It was a pretty good one. Gets it right off the end of the bat for a blue base hit into left.
Here's Arroyo. That's a ground ball hit to second base. They will go to second and get one. Throw to first is late. The fact that was even close was insane. Nice turn by Cooper Pratt. They get Trevino as the lead runner.
A slowly developing play. No way you're going to get Edwin Arroyo running down the line at first.
Aaron Ashby cranking it up. Dunn hits it foul off the end of the bat. Ultra aggressive are these Reds this time through against Brandon Sprode. He's thrown 3 pitches. The Reds have swung at the first pitch. First 3 hitters he's faced.
Well, they're trying to make an adjustment. Going deep into counts against Brandon Sprode tonight hasn't worked.
Just back in time. Close play at first. Sprode's got a great move.
He's got 3 pickoffs on the year. Incredibly quick feet on that move to first.
Murph says no on the challenge. They were thinking about it. Oh, 1. Runner takes off. It's high. Throw from the knees on the bag, and they got him. What a throw from Sanchez.
I mean, El Gary with a cannon from his knees just gets rid of it. Bryce Terang, just a phenomenal job to pick this ball out of the dirt. Just get it down there. Get rid of it. Get it down there and let your second baseman, who has a platinum glove, do the rest. What a tag. by Terang. I'm surprised they're running on Brandon Sproat, who's quick to the plate, and Gary throws a strike down to second base. Great pick. It's our Aurora Healthcare play of the game.
Dunn swings and misses, and it's 1-2. Brewers dominating the little things. They have to.
Man, winning on the margins, I'm telling you. It's winning baseball up and down the lineup and all over the field on defense.
1-2. Fouled away by Dunn.
I mean, I know we already talked about Gary Sanchez's defense and how it's taken a step later in his career, but I mean, I don't think we can talk about it enough. He's done such a phenomenal job of working with this pitching staff, throwing out runners, blocking balls.
Check swing. Yes, he did. That's 10 Ks for Brandon Sproat. Blake Dunn went too far. Just keeps adding to that career high to Sproat. 1-0 Brewers after 6. Toyota game reset has Brandon Sproat with 6 scoreless innings, no walks, and 10 strikeouts. Second straight appearance for Brewers starter with that exact line. 6 innings, 1 hit, no walks, 10 Ks.
I mean, this starting staff has just been on quite the run. Look at these two working together.
Garrett Mitchell leads it off against Ferguson and takes a strike. 0-2. Now go get Brandon Sproat a few more runs of support.
It's the Brandon and Gary show. Sounds like a sitcom from the 70s, doesn't it?
I was going to say, you could do a buddy cop kind of show with those guys.
Put a nice little jingle to it, opening up the show.
1-2 is popped up on the infield for Suarez. Puts away Mitchell. He's 0 for 2. Now Cooper Pratt will not face Caleb Ferguson. Pierce Johnson has been loosening in that Reds bullpen. He will get the call in this 7th inning. 3 batters faced. Ferguson gave up the RBI triple to Bowers. It's 1-0 as we play in the top of the 7th.
New Dulcolax gummies for daily gut support.
Start the holiday weekend with $1 hot dogs at the Brewers game on July 2nd. The Crew takes on the Reds, and it's the perfect day to bring your squad for the best deal in baseball. Get your $1 dog tickets at brewers.com.
Bad day to be a hot dog. Good day to be a dog in the ballpark, though. Look at that outfit. Look at that outfit. It's perfect.
Got a hot dog for the wiener dog.
Pierce Johnson, just back from the injured list yesterday, faces Cooper Pratt. Nobody on, 1 away. First pitch, high, ball 1.
He was on the IL since May 30th with right elbow inflammation. Came back yesterday. 3/4 slot, short strider, 2-pitch mix. He's got a 2-plane breaking curveball with late break. Throws that curveball a ton, and he's got 97 in the tank.
The Brewers originally saw him as a San Diego Padre. Pratt fouls away that curveball.
And the Reds bullpen worst or 4th worst in the big leagues, and this guy being gone on the IL was a big part of the reason.
Graham Ashcraft and
Pagan.
their closer Emilio Pagan, the big 3. 1-2 on Pratt. Struck him out looking. Fastball right on the corner. 2 away in the 7th. And now a quick message from Gruber Law Offices.
Get a winning team on your side. Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
Ortiz fouls it away. Fastball right down the middle. Looks like Aaron Ashby will get the 7th inning for the Brewers. Brandon Sproat, 80 pitches. The way he was talking with folks in the dugout, looked as if he was not going to go out there for the 7th. The 0-1. Breaking ball for his strike.
Well, I think he's got to earn the 7th inning by Pat Murphy and show that he can really go, especially in a 1-0 game, that he can really kind of maintain his stuff and his delivery and his command, you know, into that 80-90 pitch mark.
Struck him out. A couple of Ks for Pierce Johnson as he comes in, takes care of Pratt, then Ortiz. Time to stretch in Cincinnati.
This is Become a Champion at Potawatomi.
Toyota drive of the game. How about the driving of these fastballs from Brandon Sproat? He had everything going today against the Cincinnati Reds. 6 scoreless 1-hit innings with 10 punch-outs.
We've seen flashes of what Brandon Sproat's able to do, and he put it all together in this start. 6 innings with the 1 hit. No runs given up, no walks. That's a big key for him with the 10 punch-outs. He was awesome tonight.
Herbert Lofts is one call. That's all call to the pen. Brings in Aaron Ashby. Pitched last night, a scoreless 7th inning. He'll get De La Cruz, Blade, and Stewart.
And 2 punch-outs in last night's appearance. And this is 4 out of 5 for Aaron Ashby. Let's see what the stuff looks like tonight. So far, so good with the 98-mile-per-hour sinker.
Going through the beef of this order. It's in the dirt on De La Cruz. If you're going to face De La Cruz, this is the side you want to face him from. A lot less power from the right side of the plate. However, he has been better from this side on the season.
He's just been better in general.
In tight, 2-1 on De La Cruz.
This kid's maturing into a star. He's always had it in him, talent-wise. Better at bats, more consistent quality at bats from De La Cruz this year.
Nasty breaking ball, 2-2. Blade on deck. Here comes the 2-2 from Ashby.
They tried the changeup there, hitting just 188 on left-handed changeups is De La Cruz. It's too far off the plate.
Time used by De La Cruz. And now Sanchez and Ashby not on the same page. It's a big pitch. You don't want to get De La Cruz on the base paths.
You don't want to get him on the base paths, and you don't want to just lay one in there for him either. Got 5 home runs this year from this side of the plate on left-handed fastballs. Now, I know it's an Aaron Ashby fastball. It's the sinker. It's nasty. It's nothing like you see usually from the left side of the rubber. But he is susceptible to the changeup and to the breaking ball.
Here's a 3-2 pitch to Ellie De La Cruz. And he struck him out with a curveball.
Batters challenging, strike call.
Challenge from De La Cruz. The Reds have 1 left. Let's find out. He doesn't look super confident. Got him.
Calls confirmed. Cincinnati is out of challenges.
Right at the bottom of the zone. A perfect breaking ball from Aaron Ashby.
Yeah, just clips that bottom of the zone, and that's exactly what Gary Sanchez went out and talked to him about. Let's go ahead and throw him that breaking ball. You see the spike grip. Look at the spin, and it clips the bottom part of the zone. It buckles him, takes it, and he loses the challenge.
Blade takes slightly low, maybe a touch away. 1 ball, no strikes. No more challenges for the Reds for the rest of the way. Blade, ground ball to short. Pratt right there. Throws him out. 2 away in the 7th. Back-to-back 10 strikeout games for the Brewers. They now have 11 10 strikeout games by starters, the most by any team. The next closest is 6. Mizorowski has that by himself.
The Brewers starting staff has just been absolutely lights out all year long. 3.37 ERA, and look at these guys on this list with the strikeout stuff.
Taken inside on the sinker from Sal Stewart. First rookie in franchise history with a game of 10 strikeouts, no walks, and 1 or fewer hits allowed. That's pretty good. Low on Stewart.
So again, it just goes to show when he puts it all together. I mean, he has the potential to be a number 2 top end of the rotation type of guy. Something to build off of this one. Really something to build off last 4, I should say.
In the back half of that start in Colorado. Really good start in Las Vegas. First 3 innings of Cleveland. And then this one tonight, 6 innings of brilliance. 2-1 on Sal Stewart. 3-1. And a challenge from Gary Sanchez.
Catcher challenging the ball call.
And if the Brewers miss this one, they're going to be done for the night. Just look down to the naked eye, and it is down.
Calls confirmed. Milwaukee is out of challenges.
So nobody with any challenges left for the final couple of innings.
Yeah, leaving it up to Clint Vondrak from here on out.
A 3-1 on Sal Stewart and a 1-run lead for Aaron Ashby. Trying to get back in the count. Fouled it back 3-2. Challenged him right down the middle with 99. It's Dane Myers on deck. He would hit for Nathaniel Lowe, the DH. The payoff. Got him. Through a knee buckling curveball, and Sal Stewart goes down on strikes. 2 Ks in a 3-up and 3 down inning for Aaron Ashby, both on curveballs.
You'll want to come clean about everything else.
Tonight's Tavern of the Game winner is Big Todd's Saloon and Grill in Camp Douglas. If the tavern calls the Milwaukee Brewers by 10 a.m. tomorrow, they will receive 40 tickets to a Friday night game in the Miller Lite Beer Pen. This offers courtesy of the Tavern League of Wisconsin and Miller Lite.
Chase Petty is on. 7th game of the year for him. Got really good stuff. Not a ton of strikeouts to go with the stuff that he has. They'll face the top of this Brewers order in the 8th inning.
Yeah, he's got great stuff. This kid came over in a deal back in 2022 for Sonny Gray. He's been serving as a starter in AAA. He's been optioned up and down 3 times. He's got a really loose arm, can really rush it up there. 97 with the fastball average. He's got a 5-pitch mix. He's got inconsistent secondaries with the sweeper, slider, and changeup.
Up and in, look out. Changeup that slipped out of his hand.
That's what we're talking about right there. That big, long, loose arm action, has trouble timing up that arm action at times.
Wave and a miss at the sweeper, and Jackson Chourio is out on strikes. Hits have been few and far between for both teams in this series. 3 hits last night for the Brewers. They've got 3 tonight. Just 1 single in the game for the Cincinnati Reds. Coincidentally, it was the number 8 hitter in the 6th inning. Both nights they got that first hit. Terang, slow roller, first base side foul. Last night it was Tyler Stevenson that got the first hit of the game for Cincinnati. Tonight, Jose Trevino in the 8th spot. Both catchers.
Both catchers, yeah, in the 8th spot.
Foul back by Terang. 99 down the middle.
And you're just kind of waiting for the Brewers offense to put up a crooked number as you see Abner Uribe crank it up. Charlie Green.
0-2 to Terang. Ground ball towards the middle. De La Cruz ranging. It's under his glove and into center. Terang with a big turn. He puts on the brakes. Play that he usually makes. But Bryce will reach. See how they rule it. Tough play with Terang's speed. A tough time thinking they're going to go E6, but we'll see.
Yeah, knowing that Bryce Terang is running, you almost think that Elly De La Cruz was trying to get this into his throwing hand before he caught the baseball. Glove came up a little bit and got through.
It is a base hit. Second hit of the night for Terang. And now Contreras with a big swing and a miss at the changeup. Time called. Contreras used it. He's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. He's 0 for 6 in this portion of the road trip. Terrific in Atlanta. Had a 4-hit game in Sunday's contest. Ground ball right side, base hit. Terang will turn the corner. He's headed for third. Here comes a throw from Marte all the way through, not in time. They're on the corners with 1 out.
This is so impressive from William Contreras after an 0 for 3 with 3 punch outs swinging in this ball game so far. He just uses his hands, stays on top of the baseball, and drives a hard ground ball through that 4-hole. Not trying to do too much with it. Just barrels it up right into that 4-hole. Ground ball to the opposite field. How many times have we seen this from this Brewers offense? And Bryce Terang easily goes first to third. Good strong throw from Marte, but late.
And tied on Vaughn. He's walked twice and grounded out. Scored the only run of the game so far. They're poised to get some against Petty. Laid off the sweeper, 2-0. There's a strike. 2-1, 97 right on the corner. Vaughn, a high fly into right center. Back is done on the warning track to make the catch. Everybody's trying to tag, and they will. It's a sac fly for Vaughn.
I thought he got that ball. They had that sound loud off the bat, maybe just in off the barrel a hair. And Andrew Vaughn, however, does his job. Another good baseball play by a Milwaukee Brewer all the way around, even on the bases, with William Contreras taking up, going from first to second, getting himself into scoring position.
So sac fly from Vaughn. They're going to appeal at first base to see if the runner left early. He did not. Home plate umpire Clem Vondrack was on that call to say no. First base umpire in the rotation goes out, makes sure of catch. Home plate umpire checks on tag at first base. Just mechanics. Swing and a miss. Good change up by Petty.
He's got to go tag to first base, and then he's got to make sure that the runner at home scores and touches home plate. It's a lot that goes into it. You would know with Mr. Levering Bruce being an umpire.
Also true.
Teaching you the ropes.
This one fouled away. It's just good to know that stuff.
Yeah.
Umpire rotations. In minor leagues, you had 2-man crews, most divisions, then you get to Double-A and become 3-man crews. 0-2. Fouled back by Bowers.
It's just like Andrew Vaughn, though. I mean, you know, another quality at bat. 3 quality at bats for him. 2 walks, a sac fly. It's going to show up as an 0 for 1 in the scoring. In the book, but you know, 3 out of 4 quality at bats for him. He just continues to get it done despite not playing every day.
Came in hitting just a hair under 350 on the season. 1-2. Bowers took it inside. He's got the other RBI. It was a RBI triple back in the 6th.
How many teams are going to have a guy like Andrew Vaughn hitting 350 who plays a solid, at least solid first base on their bench some nights?
Right.
I mean,
he's not on the bench long, though. The thing is that everybody gets a chance to play in this organization. If you're on the team, you're going to play. You better be ready to play.
Right. A lot of matchup-based decisions.
3-2 on Bowers. There is a base open with Sanchez on deck. And he draws a walk. So 2 base hits, a sacrifice fly, and now a walk against Petty. And Sanchez 0 for 3 gets an opportunity. Wisconsin Lottery home run counter. Sanchez has 7 of them on the season. He had 2 on the last road trip. 1 in Colorado and 1 in Las Vegas. I'm curious if they fixed the window that he broke in Vegas. The Las Vegas Knights training facility.
So the Knights training facility was behind the stadium. He hit it out of the stadium.
Right behind the ballpark, yes.
Only the Kraken.
Yeah, he not only broke the window, he shattered it. It's like a VW bug drove through the window. That's what it looked like.
Did you guys go and see it the next day?
We had great camera shots.
Nice.
Because it was in the final game of the series.
That's right.
Great crew. The 2-0. Swing and a miss out in front of the sweeper. It's 2-1. It was also a night that Jackson Chura hit a ball off of the center field camera and broke the viewfinder.
I remember seeing that. It was a line drive, right? The cameraman didn't budge.
Did not.
Pretty impressive.
Swing and a miss. Again, pulled the string on a changeup. It's 2-2.
Adam McCalvy wrote an article about it.
He sure did.
That was a great moment here in the month of June.
And strike 3 called. No challenges available. Would have been a strike anyway. Right on that outside corner at the knees. Brewers get 1 more on the sac fly by Vaughn. Bottom of the 8th coming up.
Secondary moments start with a light. It's Miller time.
Celebrate America's 250th anniversary at the Brewers game on July 1st with post-game fireworks. Fans who purchase a special ticket also get an America's Pastime t-shirt. It's all presented by T-Mobile. Get tickets at Brewers.com.
Abner Uribe coming into the ball game. In this bottom of the 8th, he will face Lowe, Suarez, and Marte, and a new right fielder in there for the Brewers as well. Sal Frelick checks in to play out in right. So Bowers is out of the game. Frelick is in. The Brewers clinging to a 2-0 lead. Bottom half of inning number 8. First pitch away on Lowe.
Abner pitched in last night's game 10 pitches, an inning of work, 1 punch out. Didn't give up any hits or runs. Going for his 10th hold of the season.
There's a strike on the corner at 98.
I misspoke. I said Aaron Ashby was 4 out of 5. Actually, tonight was 3 out of 4 days for Ashby. This is 4 out of 5 for Abner.
Miss with a slider. 2 balls and a strike. Just 1 hit for Cincinnati. Lowe swings and misses. It's 2-2.
And being used pretty consistently these last 5 days. Abner Uribe velocity still showing quite well at 99.
Two coming. Super sinker missed. Nearly got the swing from low. 3-2.
A 2-run lead here. You got to let him put it in play. Something in the zone.
Ground ball sharply hit past Terang. It's into right center. Frelick trying to cut it off. He does. Low stops. It's a leadoff base hit to open up this bottom of the 8th inning.
He had to go get him. Cannot walk him there. Sinker down to the zone. Terang almost made an unreal play. Gets past the diving Bryce Terang. You see this hot shot by Nathaniel Lowe. Just underneath the glove of Bryce. Bryce can't get it. Nobody can.
Suarez at the plate representing the tying run in this 8th inning. And he takes high, ball 1. Again, no challenges for either team. Swing and a miss as Suarez was trying to tie it. Swing and a miss again at that slider. 1-2. Lowe not a threat to run over there at first base. Down by a couple of runs. Don't think the Reds are going to be moving much. 1-2. Struck him out with another slider.
They just kept going to the well. 3 good ones. To the power hitting third baseman, Eugenio Suarez. That one might have been the best one. Obviously looking like a fastball. You get the fist pump from Gary. Good call by him. Well executed by Abner.
Noelvi Marte. A couple of strikeouts for him in his 2 at-bats. And he fouls this one at home plate. And I think it got a piece of either Sanchez or the home plate umpire. If not both.
Gary massaging that relationship a little bit. No challenges left. Wants some calls. You good? Hope you're good, Clint. Couldn't have hurt. Couldn't have felt good.
0-1 on Marte. Marte came back. That was a 101, that last fastball from Uribe. Came back from the minor leagues and promptly homered in every game against the Arizona Diamondbacks. There's only 3 home runs of the season. Abner looking for a ground ball. Sinker at the bottom of the zone for a strike. Again, no challenges.
That was well below the zone.
A couple of inches below the hard deck there. 1-2 on Marte. Not going to get hurt in that area though if you're Uribe. Threw him a slider and missed. He threw such good sliders to Suarez and got the chase. Marte let him go.
And remember, he got Marte in last night's game to swing and miss at the slider. The first one he took, and then he backed it up with another good one and ended up getting the chase and the swing and miss on the punch out last night. What does he go to here?
2-2 pitch. Went back to the slider. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Sanchez had a tough time picking that ball up. Stepped on it. It was good. 3-2.
Does he triple up on it? Hitters remember what you got him out with in a previous at bat. Cat and mouse game right here. Let's see if he triples up on the slider.
Payoff. He wins slider. Ground ball to third. Ortiz goes to second. 1 on the first. 2 double play. Inning over. Uribe can put it in the holster. We go to the 9th inning. It's a 2-0 Brewers lead as the Brewers go around the horn. 5, 4, and 3.
How old are you?
11.
This copyright telecast presented by authority of the Milwaukee Brewers may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Milwaukee Brewers. Bark in the Park night at the ballpark. Garrett Mitchell takes a strike from Chase Petty to open up this top of the 9th inning, a 2-0 Brewers lead.
It's Bark in the Park night, not Bark at the Park night, right?
Yeah, I said in. Get off me with your prepositional phrasing.
I'm wondering, but we have heard Bark at the Park night.
Sure, it goes both ways.
Other nights, right?
Bark around the park.
Bark in the vicinity of the park.
Bark betwixt the park. I mean, you just got dogs in the ballpark.
That's what it should be called.
You call it whatever you want. Just bring your dog. It's a ground ball to first, and Mitchell is out. Stepped on Petty's foot, but everybody's okay. 3-1 on the putout. That's what the ticket should say. Just bring your dog.
Dogs are allowed.
You got to pay for a ticket for them, but bring your pooch. You were really hung up on the prepositional phrases earlier today.
Well, I'm just curious who sits in those marketing meetings that says, okay, guys, they have a dry erase board with all the different names they're going to call it, and who comes up with that call? You know, I mean, did they take a vote?
It's above my pay grade. At one point in the minor leagues, there was a Bark in the Park. You couldn't call it Bark in the Park because it was copyrighted. I don't think that's a thing anymore, but
that's true.
Yeah, that's not a falsity. Ripped in, caught by Suarez. That one ticketed for the corner for Cooper Pratt. Instead, it finds the glove of Suarez. Quick message from Landmark Credit Union.
At Landmark Credit Union, banking made easy means managing your money anytime, anywhere. Whether you're relaxing on the couch or sliding into home plate, our top-rated app is a home run.
And Joey Ortiz digs in over 3. And a foul ball.
I mean, we've seen Cooper Pratt with some good at-bats. I don't know if we've seen him with that good a wood on a baseball. That was a screamer right down the line that found the glove of Eugenio Suarez at third.
Swing and a miss by Ortiz. He's down in the count 0-2. Here's Trevor McGill getting ready for the bottom of the 9th inning. Just 1 over the minimum for the Brewers facing this Reds team. It's down and away. It's where they were through the 9th inning of last night's game, too. Just 1 over the minimum. Not a lot of success offensively for Cincinnati. They've had just 1 man in scoring position tonight. Ortiz swings and misses. He's gone on strikes. We will go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Trevor McGill try and close the door against the Cincinnati Reds and try and finish out the shutout and win another series in Cincinnati.
Become a champion at Potawatomi.
Them boys is winning, never lost and winning, like a boss and winning, taking off and winning. How about some clean? We be looking like stars. They be thinking things, baby look at them come. Them boys is winning, never lost and winning, like a boss and winning, taking off and winning.
Great night for Brandon Sproat. Great night for the Brewers, up 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Our wire cam is presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Trevor McGill on to try and close this thing out. He'll face 8-9-1 Trevino, Arroyo, and Dunn, barring any pinch hit appearances.
And going for his 10th save of the season. Pitched last night, worked a perfect 9th inning with 1 punch out. And Trevor McGill has been outstanding these last 23 appearances. Let's see if he can pick this one up. Big 3 outs to get.
30th appearance of the year for McGill. First one to Trevino. Strike one. Again, neither team with a challenge as we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. The Brewers looking to win another series in Cincinnati. Swing and a miss at the curveball. The Brewers have not lost a series in Cincinnati since the 22 season. Coming into today, 46-19 in the last 65 games against the Reds. The baseball sent out. Popped him up on the infield for Terang. One away.
A good 0-2 pitch right there by Trevor. The curveball. Tough to square up, and Trevino pops out.
The Brewers are looking for their 8th shutout of the year. Edwin Arroyo. Strikeout, reached on a fielder's choice, takes ball one. McGill deals again. Got Ellie De La Cruz, who was due up 4th in this inning. You don't want to face him.
No.
Try and go in order with 8, 9, and 1 for McGill. That's a strike. 2-1. Falling behind here, the number 9 hitter. See Gary Sanchez telling Trevor McGill, just calm it down a bit.
They come to the plate, finish through me.
Three-1 coming to Arroyo. Fouled it away.
20 inches of vertical break. That's a lot. That means the ball has extra, backspin and carry through the top of the zone. That's why he is so difficult to square up. A 6'8" frame. He's got that pitch at the top, and then the curveball that he spins off of it.
McGill trying to finish off Arroyo. Ground ball to third. Ortiz, tough play, gets up, fires to first in time. What a play by Ortiz.
Man, what a play to the backhand by Joey Ortiz for the big second out of this inning. Again, that is going to give you a chance to not have to face Ellie De La Cruz. Just an inside out shot to Joey Ortiz. Love how he does that. That little pop-up slide to the backhand and then throws a strike to first, and Trevor McGill is a huge fan of that play.
Dunn at the plate. Dunn hits a fly ball foul right side. Reds down to their final out. Brewers trying to go 1 over the minimum tonight. Face 28 hitters. Dunn 0 for 3. Strike 2 on Dunn. McGill has the one he wants from Sanchez. 0-2 coming. Fly ball right center. Sal Frelick gives way to Mitchell. Ball game over. The Brewers shut out the Reds. A 2-0 final. Sproat unbelievable, and just enough offense to win the series.
Oh, what a pitching performance up and down right here. Brandon Sproat probably with the start of his career, and they go ahead and take the first 2 of this series against the Reds. The bullpen was brilliant, again giving up just 1 hit, And 3 punch-outs between Ashby, Uribe, and McGill. That's how you draw up a Brewers win right there. 9th consecutive series win against the Reds. 12th shutout at Great American Ballpark. Another good game by the Brewers. Go for the sweep tomorrow.
Brewers baseball, it's fun to watch. 48 wins on the season now. And the Brewers, as you mentioned, Vinny, can go for the sweep tomorrow night against the Reds. We'll talk about that and a lot more as we've got Brewers post-game coming up for you, brought to you by Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin. Stick around, more coming on Brewers TV.